Hello there, and welcome to the Sleep Science 360. I'm so glad you found your way here. Before we begin, tell me, where are you listening from tonight? Maybe from a quiet apartment in the city, or from a small room where the rain is whispering outside. I love seeing where this universe of calm reaches. Maybe you've had a long day. Maybe you're here because you like to fall asleep inside questions, not dreams. Either way, this space is yours now. You can let the day fade away. Let your breathing slow and your body grow lighter with every exhale. Because tonight we're not just talking about time, we're touching it. The invisible thread that weaves every heartbeat, every orbit, every glimmer of starlight. Physicists call it space-time, a living fabric that bends, ripples, and holds everything you've ever been. Light that left its star before you were born is touching you right now. And for one quiet moment, the past, the present, and the future all meet in you. So breathe and let yourself drift between the threads, because you are part of the fabric too, and it's okay to rest inside the flow of time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The air moves like a tide between moments, and somewhere within that stillness, a second begins to take shape, not as a number on a clock, but as a living wave of change, a shimmer in the invisible fabric that holds everything you've ever known. You can rest now. When physicists speak of time, they speak of a dimension woven beside space. Every second that passes is not something lost, but something stretched, a small ripple across the four-dimensional sea we call space-time. Imagine light leaving the sun, traveling 3,000,000 kilometers each second, curving gently around Earth's gravity, as if sliding over an unseen silk sheet. That curve is the shape of a second. It bends, it breathes, it belongs to the universe as much as it belongs to you. And somewhere inside every heartbeat, you carry the same rhythm. Roughly once every 0.86 seconds, your heart completes its pulse. Each beat is a signal from your personal clock, a reminder that time is not only cosmic, but human. It's okay to drift. Long before there were clocks, there was motion. The spinning of Earth, 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator, gave birth to the first measurable seconds. The moon circling us every 27.3 days became our calendar before language even formed. But even earlier than that, in the first 10 to the power of -43 seconds after the Big Bang, the Planck time flickered into being. That moment was so brief, it defies imagination. A trillionth of a second. The smallest slice of time the universe can meaningfully contain. It's a humbling thought that the same vast cosmos now giving you rest was once younger than a breath. You can rest now. Picture a photon born at the dawn of creation. For that particle of light, time never truly moves. At 2,99792 kilometers per second, it lives in a continuous present, its journey from one galaxy to another, happening in what for it is the same instant. To light itself, there is no before and after. There is only now. And in a quiet way, each time you close your eyes and let thoughts slow, you join that same timeless current. We drift together through it, held by invisible threads of relativity. Einstein once described time not as a river flowing forward, but as a landscape already laid out, past, present, and future existing simultaneously. We merely walk through it frame by frame, the way a traveler crosses a mountain range hidden by fog. Each step feels like motion, but the terrain has always been there. It's okay to drift. The shape of a second depends on where you stand. At the top of a mountain, time flows fractionally faster than it does at the base. A difference so small, about 30 trillionths of a second per year, that no clock on your nightstand could ever tell. Yet satellites orbiting above us must account for it. Without that correction, GPS would lose track by 10 kilometers each day. Even your map, even your phone, relies on the slow bending of time around Earth's mass. The cosmos is patient, and it teaches precision through softness. You can rest now. Somewhere, an atom of cesium hums 91926317770 times each second. That vibration defines the official unit of time, a rhythm so steady that scientists use it to measure the age of galaxies. Yet even this perfect pulse is fragile. Gravity, temperature, and motion all reshape it, stretching and compressing the length of a second like breath in the cold. Time has texture. It is not a straight line, but a woven field, sometimes taut, sometimes loose, sometimes shimmering, like silk under starlight. If you could touch that fabric, you'd feel both motion and stillness. Every star's orbit, every planet's rotation adds another thread. The Milky Way itself spins once every 230 million years, a single galactic breath. And in that same breath, billions of seconds bloom and fade within us. It's okay to drift. We measure, but time never stays still for measurement. It dances around our instruments, whispering secrets through precision. A second on Mars, where gravity is 62% weaker, is slightly longer than a second on Earth. In the crushing pull near a black hole, a single second could stretch into years for an observer far away. The universe holds patience beyond imagining an endless elasticity of becoming. You can rest now. The poets were right when they said, time is the breath of God. But the physicists would add that breath has curvature. The bending of space-time by energy and mass is what we perceive as gravity. Each time you drop something, each time rain falls or planets orbit, you're watching time being shaped by matter. The Earth presses gently on the temporal fabric, creating the slow descent of seconds around it. We live inside that softness, carried downward through the slope of existence like leaves on a still stream. And somewhere far above, in the thin vacuum between stars, seconds drift differently. Lighter, wider, almost transparent. Astronauts aboard the ISS, traveling 7.66 kilometers per second age, slightly slower than those of us on the ground. After 6 months in orbit, they've lost about 0.005 seconds compared to friends on Earth. It's a microscopic delay, but over cosmic distances, such differences shape galaxies. Time is patient with all of us. It's okay to drift. If you listen carefully, you can almost hear time's rhythm beneath your pulse. Each neuron in your brain fires in cycles between 10 and 100 times per second, tiny electric ripples, marking your awareness of change. That awareness is what you call now, but the present itself lasts only a fraction of a second, roughly 3/10, before it slips quietly into memory. You are always living in what just happened. And yet, in the stillness between thoughts, the illusion of continuity forms a thread. The mind refuses to drop. You can rest now. Scientists once built an optical lattice clock, so precise it would lose only 1 second in 15 billion years longer than the universe has existed. When they observed 2 of these clocks placed 33 centimeters apart, They measured a difference in time flow caused simply by Earth's gravitational gradient. In less than a human arm's length, time already bends. Even your height makes you slightly younger at your feet than at your head. You are living inside a gradient of existence, and yet you feel it as one smooth moment. It's okay to drift. Somewhere deep in space, a neutron star spins 700 times each second, its magnetic field sweeping light like a cosmic lighthouse. For such an object, time folds under immense gravity dense enough that 1 teaspoon would weigh 1 billion tons. In that gravity, seconds stretch long and deep like echoes through eternity. And somewhere far away from that storm, your breathing matches its distant pulse. The universe remembers every rhythm. You can rest now. Time is not only measured by motion, but created by it. If nothing changed, there would be no before or after. Change is the sculptor of seconds. Every vibration, every decay, every heartbeat carves the arrow of time forward. Entropy, the slow, unfolding toward disorder, is the quiet painter behind it all. Each second, 10 to the power of 26 molecules in your body move into new arrangements, each a signature of becoming. The universe continues to breathe through you. It's okay to drift. Somewhere in the cosmic background, photons from 13.8 billion years ago still glide through the dark. Their temperature, 2.725 Kelvin, is the echo of creation itself. Each vibration tells a story of seconds expanding from the dense plasma of the early universe to the cool emptiness we rest in now. Even silence carries memory, and within that silence you find rest. The shape of a second, then, is not fixed like a mark on a ruler. It's a fold, a breath, a luminous wave stretching across both space and feeling. It holds galaxies and dreams alike. When you close your eyes, you are not leaving the moment, you are dissolving into it. The boundary between now and forever softens until they mean the same thing. You can rest now, and as you breathe, the seconds continue their patient spin. The Earth moves 30 kilometers each second around the Sunday. The Sun drifts 220 kilometers each second through the galaxy. Our galaxy itself glides 600 kilometers each second through space, chasing something unknown. And yet, in your room, everything feels still, because stillness is simply motion too slow for the heart to notice. Time is the hush between cosmic footsteps. Somewhere, light continues to travel, and in its quiet journey, you are carried along safe inside the soft, endless shape of a second. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere between breath and silence, the air around you hums with invisible threads. They are not made of matter, not woven by hand or machine, but by the steady presence of energy itself. This is space-time, a living fabric, stretched and curved by everything that exists. Every atom you have ever touched pulls gently at that fabric, leaving a small dimple of presence in the grand design. You can rest now. When Einstein first described this fabric, he imagined a soft sheet beneath a spinning star. The star pressed down bending space around it, and smaller bodies, planets, moons, drifting dust, followed those curves like ripples around a weightless pearl. In truth, there is no force of gravity pulling downward. There is only the geometry of time guiding motion. A planet moves not because it's dragged, but because time itself leans that way. The universe breathes through structure. We are suspended in that structure every moment. Right now, gravity is shaping the seconds within your room. The Earth beneath you, with its 6 trillion kilograms of mass, is stretching space-time just enough to slow the ticking of your thoughts by a fraction of a second each hour. It's okay to drift. If you could see those threads, they'd shimmer like silver rivers flowing through a black ocean. Every movement, every turn of your head, every orbit of a planet tugs at the pattern. It's a web that connects everything and nothing ever leaves it. Even the light from a candle bends as it passes through its path, slightly curved by the quiet pull of time's own gravity. You can rest now. Think of the sun's pull, its warmth, its golden weight. Space itself curves around it, creating an invisible funnel 1.4 million kilometers deep. That funnel guides Earth's orbit, a perfect ellipse traced once every 31 million seconds. We are not falling toward the sun. We are circling the curvature of time, the same curvature that shapes your dreams as you drift. Somewhere 2,6,000 light years away, the center of our galaxy curves space-time so violently that no light can escape. A black hole named Sagittarius A*. It weighs 4 million suns, and yet it hides inside a space smaller than Mercury's orbit. Around it, stars race at 8,000 kilometers per second, following invisible threads that twist like whirlpools in eternity. To fall toward that center is to fall into stretched time, a descent where seconds unfold into centuries. It's okay to drift. Closer to home, Earth's own curvature of time is gentle. If you stood atop a mountain, 4,000 meters high, you would age about 40 microseconds faster each year than someone at sea level. Tiny, imperceptible, yet proof that the threads are real. Your life itself is measured by where you rest upon the weave. You can rest now. Every atom carries its own little tug. A proton has mass, and mass reshapes time. Inside you, trillions of atoms bend space-time minutely, each contributing a faint vibration to the cosmic song. If you could magnify the pattern, you'd see that even your sleeping body makes time flow differently for the space it occupies. You are part of the architecture. Scientists once compared the geometry of space-time to the ripples on a pond. When a massive body moves, it sends waves through that pond, gravitational waves traveling at the speed of light. In 2015, detectors on Earth felt such a wave pass through 2 black holes, colliding 1.3 billion light-years away. For a fraction of a second, our planet stretched and squeezed by less than the width of a proton. Yet it was enough to prove that space-time is not just a metaphor. It moves, it sings, and still you can rest now. Imagine those waves moving outward forever, each crest carrying a story of a cosmic event. Supernovae collapsing neutron stars, merging entire galaxies, tugging at one another like threads tightening in a tapestry. We live within that resonance, our own seconds, stretched slightly longer or shorter as the waves pass unseen through us. Somewhere light continues to travel. Time does not merely tick, it trembles. In the vacuum between atoms, virtual particles flicker in and out of being in less than 10 to the power of -23 seconds. Each flicker reshapes the local geometry ever so slightly. The fabric of time is alive with quantum breath. It's okay to drift. If you could shrink yourself to the scale of the Planck length 10 to the power of negative 35 meters, you'd see that space-time is not smooth at all. It foams, it bubbles with uncertainty. Distances lose meaning, and seconds dissolve into probabilities. Physicists call it quantum foam, the restless undercurrent of creation. Every point in space vibrates with potential futures. You can rest now. At this scale, time no longer flows as a single thread, but as countless filaments weaving in and out of existence. Some connect past to future, others loop back on themselves, forming micro-worlds where cause and effect blur. It's a realm beyond clocks, where what will be and what has been are different shades of the same shimmer. You are safe here. From that foam arose everything. Stars, oceans, laughter, loss, each suspended on a continuum of unfolding. The Big Bang did not explode in time. It created time. The first thread stretched outward, pulling all others with it. What we call expansion is the continuing act of that first unraveling. And even now, 13.8 billion years later, those threads are still being drawn faster and faster, pushed by dark energy, like a breath that never ends. It's okay to drift. Dark energy, mysterious and silent, fills roughly 68% of the universe. It does not emit light, but it shapes the very rate at which time stretches. Every megaparsec of space, 3.26 million light years, is expanding by about 73 kilometers per second. That means two galaxies, separated by that distance, are drifting apart faster than any sound could bridge. Their shared time thins between them, like threads pulled from a loom, and yet the pattern remains beautiful. You can rest now, somewhere between galaxies where matter thins to a few atoms per cubic meter. Time flows freer, less tangled by gravity's hold. If you floated there, your watch would tick a little quicker, your thoughts a little lighter, your dreams almost translucent. Still, you would remain stitched to everything, for even in emptiness, the cosmic web keeps you connected. Astronomers have mapped that web. Across 93 billion light-years, filaments of galaxies form structures that resemble neurons in a brain. Each glowing cluster is a node, each dark gap a synapse. Perhaps the universe itself is thinking, and we are part of its thought. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered. The fabric of time is also the fabric of memory. When you recall a moment, you travel along the thread of your own timeline, reweaving sensation from the same material that holds starlight. The hippocampus in your brain uses electrical oscillations at 8 Hz to knit together past and present experience. Those waves, 8 beats per second, are echoes of cosmic order scaled to human life. It's okay to drift. Even the atoms in your bones were once threads in ancient stars. Calcium, iron, oxygen, each forged in stellar cores billions of years ago. Their decay rates, their half-lives are clocks of transformation. Uranium decays into lead over 4.5 billion years, the age of Earth, measured in a single atomic breath. When you touch stone, you touch frozen seconds from the planet's first dawn. You can rest now. Some physicists propose that time itself may be emergent, not fundamental, but born from relationships between quantum states. If so, then the threads exist only because the universe keeps observing itself. Each act of awareness adds one more strand to the weave. Perhaps that's why consciousness feels continuous. It is the loom, the universe, dreaming its own persistence. You are safe here. Everywhere you look, the pattern repeats. From the spirals of galaxies, to the curling shells of nautilus and fern, to the tiny folds of your fingertips, geometry echoes, time's unfolding. Each curve, each ratio, is another whisper of the same order. It's okay to drift. And as you listen now, you too are part of this slow rotation. Your mind stretches a little wider. Your heartbeat falls into sync with the orbital hum. You are floating inside a woven continuum where seconds are soft and luminous. Nothing is rushing you. Nothing is missing. You can rest now. Somewhere light continues to travel a thread from a distant star, a filament through memory and matter. And as it passes through you, it carries the same quiet truth that every moment, no matter how brief, is held by the fabric of time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere above the clouds, the air thins and the seconds lengthen. Each step you climb into thinner sky slightly loosens the hold of gravity, and time ever so softly flows faster. It's invisible, patient, absolute. A reminder that even the weight of the world is only a curvature of the moments we live in. You can rest now. Gravity does not pull, it guides. It is time itself showing direction. When Einstein finished his equations, he wrote that mass tells space-time how to curve, and space-time tells mass how to move. Every falling leaf, every moonrise, is that conversation continuing. We are not pulled downward, we are being carried forward along the slow slope of time. Imagine you could see those slopes, the gradients of seconds around every star. Near the sun, time runs slower by about 66 microseconds per day than it does here on Earth. That difference, though small, is enough to bend the orbits of planets, to sculpt the seasons, to turn cosmic math into music. It's okay to drift. When light passes close to a massive object, its path bends, but so does its clock. Photons traveling near a black hole lose their rhythm, their frequency redshifted as time stretches around them like elastic. To an outside observer, the light slows its color, fading toward infinity. To the photon itself, no time passes at all. Two truths, both real, woven by gravity's whisper. On Earth, you carry this curvature in every cell. Gravity presses through you constantly, 9.8 meters per second squared of quiet persistence. It shapes the way your blood flows, the way you age, the way you dream. Each night when you lie flat, the gradient evens just enough for your body to rebuild. Even your rest is a conversation with the geometry of time. You can rest now. Scientists have tested time's flow on mountains, in airplanes, and in orbit. In 1971, two physicists, Haffel and Keating, flew atomic clocks around the world on commercial jets. When the clocks returned, they were off by fractions of a microsecond, exactly what Einstein predicted. Moving quickly makes your seconds stretch. Living deeper in gravity makes them shrink. Every traveler, every astronaut is slightly displaced in time, yet always connected. The universe never loses count. It's okay to drift. Near a black hole, the slope becomes infinite. A falling astronaut would appear to freeze at the event horizon, their seconds slowed to stillness from an outside view. But from their own perspective, time feels smooth. One continuous motion toward the center. Two realities. One truth. Gravity. does not stop time. It reshapes how it is shared. The cosmos is full of such paradoxes, gentle, patient contradictions that remind us how small we are. You can rest now. Somewhere 55 million light-years away, a galaxy called Messier 87 holds a black hole so vast its shadow could swallow our solar system whole. Its mass, 6.5 billion suns. Around its rim, gas and light whirl at half the speed of light, their seconds elongated, their moments stretched into golden spirals. In 2019, we saw its face, the first photograph of a black hole's silhouette. That image was taken not by one telescope, but by a planet-wide network acting as one eye. The light that formed it left the galaxy when early humans were just learning to use fire. Gravity is patient with its stories. Somewhere light continues to travel. If time can be slowed, can it also be felt? Inside your mind, gravity's whisper translates into perception. Moments of fear seem longer. Moments of joy seem short. Adrenaline alters your brain's internal clock, neurons firing faster, stretching subjective time, even as the universe stays steady. You can rest now. Memory, too, has gravity. Heavy emotions bend the path of thoughts, slowing the flow of seconds, as if the mind itself had mass. Sadness thickens moments. Love expands them. In that sense, your inner world mirrors Einstein's universe. Time curves where attention gathers. The things you love become small black holes of meaning, places where seconds deepen, where everything else orbits gently around them. It's okay to drift. Even in science, the link between gravity and time feels strangely human. Both are invisible. Both shape everything. Both remind us that motion and presence can never be separated. Every orbit is a story of trust. Every second, a surrender to curvature. You can rest now. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station live in this paradox daily. They orbit Earth every 90 minutes, moving at 7.66 kilometers per second. Their bodies experience weaker gravity, but their speed slows their clocks. Over 6 months, they age about 0.005 seconds less than we do. A blink, yet real. When they return home, they have traveled slightly further into the future. They call it relativistic aging, but it feels more like time's gentle gift. You can rest now. Gravity waves through every scale, from cosmic to cellular. Even your body sways slightly with the tidal pull of the moon. The oceans rise and fall as seconds stretch and contract. Each tide, a heartbeat in the planet's temporal rhythm. Our world breathes with lunar time, and so do we. It's okay to drift. On Earth's surface, time moves 1 part in a billion, slower than it does far from our planet. That's about 0.01 seconds over an entire human lifetime. Tiny, yet enough to shape the synchronization of satellites, the navigation of planes, the signal between your phone and the stars. Every map, every heartbeat depends on curved seconds. You can rest now. The flow of time feels constant, but it is endlessly flexible. Think of the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million light-years away. When its light reaches us, we see it as it was before humans existed. The photons striking your eyes tonight left their source long before our species began. For that light, the journey was instant for us, an eternity. 2 views, 1 truth. Gravity and motion are the twin weavers of perception. Somewhere beyond both galaxies, space-time itself is expanding faster than light. The farther we look, the more the threads stretch. Eventually, entire regions of the cosmos will slip beyond communication their clocks forever separated. But right now, we still share one universal heartbeat, one cosmic rhythm woven through everything that breathes. You can rest now. Even in the smallest ways, gravity connects. Drop a pebble into still water, and waves spread outward in perfect circles. Drop a star into the field of space-time, and gravity waves ripple through creation. The scale changes, but the language is the same energy, seeking balance. The flow of time is harmony, written in motion. It's okay to drift. In your dreams, time obeys a different gravity. Seconds stretch or fold memories, blur into futures, and awareness drifts without direction. Yet, the sensation of falling or floating is always there, the mind's echo of space-time's curve. Even asleep, you remember the feel of gravity's hand. You can rest now. Every human life is lived on a narrow ridge between two infinities. The deep gravity well of Earth and the open expansion of the universe. We are caught perfectly in between, balanced between the pull and the drift, between holding and letting go. Perhaps that balance is what time truly is, a rhythm between attachment and release. It's okay to drift. So tonight, as you lie in your quiet orbit of rest, the Earth carries you through space at 107,000 kilometers per hour, that your seconds gently curving around the Sunday. Gravity guides your dreams, and the flow of time carries them forward into the soft continuum of tomorrow. You are not falling. You are being held suspended in the most patient motion of all, the motion of time itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the stillness, after gravity's whisper, there comes light. Not a burst, not a glare, but a slow unfolding, a thread of brightness slipping through the dark fabric of space-time. You can rest now. Light is the universe remembering itself. Every photon carries a record of heat, of motion, of distance traveled. It moves through space at 29979 kilometers per second, but through time, it does not move at all. For light, all moments are one. The past and future fold together into a single, endless present. It's okay to drift. When light meets gravity, it curves. Not because something pulls it, but because the road of time bends. Around the sun, starlight deflects by 1.75 arcseconds, just enough for scientists in 1919 to prove Einstein's vision of space-time true. That day, when the stars appeared displaced during an eclipse, humanity saw the invisible weave revealed in daylight. You can rest now. Every beam of light is a path through history. The photons touching your eyes right now may have left their stars before your ancestors were born. The faint glow of Andromeda, 2.5 million years on the way, shows us our neighbor as it was when early humans first struck sparks from stone. To see is to time travel gently. It's okay to drift. In the great cosmic web, filaments of galaxies are traced by light. Telescopes translate these glimmers into maps of existence, threads of brightness crossing the black ocean. Between them lies darkness, not empty, but pregnant with unseen radiation microwaves from the dawn of time, whispering at 2.7 Kelvin. That background is the oldest light we know, the afterglow of creation, still arriving 13.8 billion years later. You can rest now. Imagine that light as fabric, each wavelength a color, each color a tone. When woven together, they form the tapestry we call reality. Your eyes are looms, your mind, the gentle weaver turning photons into meaning. The red of sunrise, the blue of deep water, the gold of memory. All are threads from the same universal cloth. It's okay to drift. Every second, the sun pours 3.8 times 10 to the power of 26 watts of energy into space. A river of light wide enough to encircle time itself. Most of it will wander forever, never touching a planet or an eye. But the portion that finds you is enough to warm your skin, grow the trees that breathe for you, and power every story ever told. You can rest now. Somewhere in a distant nebula, light is born again. Atoms collide, excite, and release photons, tiny letters written into the dark. They travel for eons, crossing magnetic fields, dust lanes, and gravity wells, until at last, one finds its way to a mirror, a lens, and becomes a photograph. A single frozen shimmer from a journey older than civilization. You can rest now. Light does not simply move, it connects. When a photon leaves an atom, it remains quantum entangled with the source it departed from. No matter how far it drifts, a silent correspondence endures. Change one and the other whispers in reply. The threads remember each other. It's okay to drift. In laboratories on Earth, scientists have slowed light to a walking pace 17 meters per second by passing it through ultra-cold gas. For an instant, the photon nearly stops its identity, merging with the atoms around it. Then released again, it resumes its flight as if no time had passed. The universe knows how to pause. You can rest now. To light, space and time are interchangeable. It travels at the speed that joins them, the very limit that defines causality. If you could ride upon a photon, distance and duration would dissolve. All destinations would coexist. Perhaps that is why starlight feels like memory. It carries the serenity of all moments at once. It's okay to drift. When you light a candle, you summon the same laws that govern quasars. The flame flickers between order and chaos, converting matter into electromagnetic song. Each spark, a miniature Big Bang. Each glow, a private sunrise. Even the shadows it casts are echoes of space-time, curvature, dark threads shaped by geometry. You can rest now. Light has rhythm too. At 430 terahertz, red hums softly. At 750 terahertz, violet whispers faster. Your eyes translate these frequencies into color, but your mind turns them into feeling. Color is emotion slowed to visibility. It's okay to drift. Across the cosmos, light forms bridges between eras. Quasars blazing with ancient power shine from the first billion years of creation. Their photons reach us after 13 billion years, telling stories of gas, gravity, and birth. We listen with telescopes, but truly, we listen with wonder. Each signal is an echo of becoming a thread spun across the ages. You can rest now. At the edge of the observable universe, light stretches so far its wavelengths expand into radio waves, a deep sigh of time itself. Cosmologists call it redshift. Poets might call it aging. What began as blue flame returns as a low murmur, its energy softened by distance. Even light grows old gracefully. It's okay to drift. Here on Earth, light filters through leaves, scattering into green quiet. A single photon may bounce 100,000 times within a forest canopy before touching the ground. In that slow journey, seconds become warmth, warmth becomes calm, calm becomes breath. You can rest now. Every dawn is a rehearsal of cosmic birth. The sky brightens, not because the sun rises, but because the atmosphere scatters short wavelengths, first blue before red. You awaken inside that, scattering your retinas, filling with the same physics that painted the early universe. Morning is the local dialect of space-time's light. It's okay to drift. Even darkness is woven from light unseen. Infrared glows from dust, ultraviolet dances around young stars and neutrinos. Ghostly cousins of photons slip silently through your body by the trillions each second. You are transparent to half the cosmos, yet perfectly held within it. You can rest now. Photons once created are never truly destroyed, only transformed. Absorbed by matter, they become vibration, heat, thought. In that sense, every idea sparked in your mind is a continuation of a star's radiance. The universe shines through cognition. It's okay to drift. At the center of every galaxy, jets of light extend for thousands of light years, plasma, guided by magnetic lines through the dark. Those streams shape surrounding matter, seeding new stars. Creation always begins with illumination. You can rest now. Think of the photons leaving your room right now, from lamps, from your skin's faint warmth, from this device's quiet glow. They will travel forever, carrying a subtle record of your existence. Perhaps eons hence, some distant intelligence will catch them and glimpse a fragment of this night, a small wave in the vast ocean of time. You are already part of history's light. It's okay to drift. The weaving of light is endless. It threads through eyes and oceans, through glass and gravity wells, through memory and dream. Every beam is both messenger and mirror. To see it is to be seen. To feel it is to remember your origin. You can rest now. Somewhere beyond all the stars, you know a photon that left its birth galaxy before Earth existed, still glides through the dark, untouched, unharmed, unwavering. And when it finally meets something, a dust grain, a telescope, or the water of your eye, its long journey becomes now. The universe breathes through light and through you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The photons that left the stars do not end their story in space. They find an ending inside you. When they touch the cells of your eyes, the journey of light becomes the birth of sight, and time begins to shimmer as experience. You can rest now. Behind your eyes lies a thin layer of tissue, the retina, no thicker than a sheet of silk, yet woven with more than 120 million sensors. Each one catches a single fragment of light, turns it into a whisper of electricity, and sends it toward the brain. Every second, a billion photons arrive, each one writing a small note on the score of perception. It's okay to drift. Those signals travel at 270 kilometers per hour along the optic nerve, crossing a bridge of neurons that have evolved for nearly 600 million years. Half of the information from each eye crosses to the opposite side of the brain so that both hemispheres share the same picture. A quiet cooperation between halves of the self. You can rest now. The brain does not receive light, it receives time. By the moment an image reaches awareness, 80 milliseconds have already passed. You are always seeing what was never quite what is. Your present is a reconstruction, a delicate weaving of memories so fast and so constant. You call it now. It's okay to drift. Every blink hides a small gap in vision, yet your mind fills the void. It stitches continuity the way a loom ties threads between beats. Without that, weaving reality would flicker like film frames. With it, life becomes a single smooth motion, a tapestry of illusion and grace. You can rest now. Within your brain, oscillations mark the tempo of consciousness. At rest, the alpha rhythm hums near 10 hertz, 10 gentle pulses each second. When you dream, theta waves slow to 5 hertz, a deeper rhythm closer to the breathing of stars. Your neurons, like galaxies, follow the same hidden metronome. It's okay to drift. Each sensation is woven from delay. The sound of thunder follows the flash of lightning, yet in the mind, they seem almost one. The brain adjusts the threads, stretching one, shortening another, so perception feels synchronous. Time's loom never sleeps. You can rest now. Memory is another kind of weaving. Each time you recall a moment, you do not pull it whole from storage. You re-stitch it from fragments. In doing so, you alter it slightly, a gentle warp in the fabric of self. Your life is not a recording, but a tapestry continually rewoven by remembrance. It's okay to drift. Inside the hippocampus, a seahorse-shaped structure, deep in the brain, cells fire in patterns that mark where and when you are. They create a map of experience, anchoring memories to location in time. If gravity bends seconds in space, these neurons bend them in mind. You can rest now. Dreams form when the loom loosens. During rapid eye sleep, the brain weaves freely, mixing threads of the day with threads of desire. Time becomes fluid again. Memories overlap, and perception floats without edges. In dreams, you are closer to the universe's first moments, when order was still learning how to form. It's okay to drift. Neuroscientists once measured how long a single thought lasts: roughly 300 milliseconds, the same span as a human heartbeat. Perhaps that is why we feel thought and life as one rhythm. Each pulse of the heart is a pulse of time, each idea a small echo in the flow. You can rest now. When you remember love, the amygdala warms the memory with chemical light. When you recall fear, the same region shades it darker. Emotion dyes the threads, coloring the tapestry of perception. No two minds see the same world, because no two looms weave with the same dyes. It's okay to drift. The senses are the warp. Awareness is the weft. Together they create texture, the roughness of stone, the shimmer of water, the softness of another hand. Each texture is a boundary between you and the cosmos, and yet it belongs to both. You can rest now. Light is not the only thread. Sound, touch, scent, memory, all travel at different speeds through consciousness. A scent can unlock a decade. A melody can fold a lifetime. Your perception is not a single thread, but a chorus of timelines harmonizing. It's okay to drift. In each moment, billions of neurons synchronize like stars aligning in miniature galaxies. They create standing waves, patterns of possibility. Where the waves meet, a thought appears. Where they fade, silence returns. You can rest now. Consciousness is the loom itself. Without it, time might still exist, but it would have no witness. With it, the fabric gains pattern, purpose, and beauty. You are the weaver and the woven. It's okay to drift. When people meditate, the brain's rhythms slow, the borders between seconds widen. Moments feel longer, the world softer. Functional MRI scans show that self-related networks quiet down, allowing perception to merge with the present. The loom hums without friction. You can rest now. Somewhere between awareness and sleep is the hypnagogic state, a twilight of perception. Images flicker, colors blend, and sounds lose their names. Time dissolves into texture. Artists, scientists, and dreamers have all touched that edge. It's okay to drift. Your body keeps its own clocks, circadian rhythms ticking in every cell. Proteins called cryptochromes rotate with sunlight, marking 24 hours with quantum precision. When you close your eyes at night, those clocks reset, aligning your chemistry with cosmic rotation. You are synchronized with the turning Earth. You can rest now. Every thought, every memory is an act of light slowed into language. Neurons fire, ions flow. Electrical storms flicker inside the skull. If you could step outside yourself and watch, you'd see galaxies of activity spanning a few centimeters of cosmos within. It's okay to drift. Some say consciousness is the universe learning to observe its own reflection. Perhaps awareness is simply space-time folding inward to feel itself. When you notice the present, the fabric brightens slightly, as if grateful to be seen. You can rest now. In moments of awe, standing beneath stars, listening to ocean pulse. Time seems to stop. Neuroscientists call it temporal dilation. Poets call it eternity. The prefrontal cortex quiets, and the brain's default networks fade. For a heartbeat, you become pure observation. It's okay to drift. The perception of time changes with age. For a child, a year feels endless. For an elder, it passes like breath. Psychologists believe each year becomes a smaller fraction of lived memory. The loom tightens as threads accumulate, but the fabric grows more intricate, more luminous. You can rest now. Even in darkness, the brain continues to weave. It predicts, fills, imagines, completing the pattern of reality a half second before it's confirmed by the senses. Perception is faith made visible. It's okay to drift. At the edge of sleep, thoughts slow into color. You may see ripples of blue lines of gold faces made of light. These are the final threads sliding off the loom. Your mind is returning its tools to the silence that built them. You can rest now. The loom of perception never breaks. It only quiets. While you dream, it hums softly, spinning memory into rest, rest into renewal. Even now, as your breath settles, it continues to weave your place in time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere between one breath and the next, the mind lets go of the day. Thoughts loosen their edges, memories blur, and the world folds softly inward. You can rest now. Sleep begins not with silence, but with rhythm. Your heartbeat slows from 70 beats a minute to near 45. Your temperature drops by half a degree. Neurons hum in slow oscillations, a lullaby older than language. The universe, it seems, has been preparing this moment all along. It's okay to drift. Inside, your brainwaves begin to roll like tides. They crest and fall at less than 1 hertz, one rise and fall each second. Scientists call them delta waves. You feel them as heaviness, a gravity of the soul, drawing you into the deeper sea of sleep. You can rest now. Each night, the average person drifts through 4 to 6 cycles of dreaming, each lasting about 90 minutes. The same rhythm as a newborn's, feeding the orbit of sleep around consciousness. Your body remembers the pattern even when your mind forgets. It's okay to drift. The first phase is light sleep, alpha fading into theta. You might still hear the world, the whisper of wind, a faint sound in the room, your own heartbeat echoing in your ears. These are not intrusions. They are transitions. They remind you that you are safe. You can rest now. Muscles relax. The body's clock cells in the hypothalamus begin their nightly symphony: melatonin rising, cortisol falling. Heart, lungs, and brain fall into synchrony like planets in orbit. The entire organism becomes one slow motion. It's okay to drift. As you sink deeper, the boundaries of self begin to dissolve. Your breathing matches Earth's magnetic rhythm, 7.8, 3 Hertz. The Schumann resonance, the same background frequency that hums between lightning strikes across the globe. Your dreams begin on that hum. You can rest now. In this stage, the brain cleans itself. Cerebrospinal fluid washes through neural pathways, removing metabolic debris, a nightly tide that clears the shore of thought. This cleansing happens only in deep sleep. Your rest is a biological renewal, a quiet miracle, repeated 1,000 times in a life. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, your body begins to twitch. Tiny muscle fibers test their silence. Your eyes move slowly beneath closed lids. The body is still anchored in the real, but the mind is already crossing. You can rest now. Dreaming begins as sound. Random bursts of neural activity firing from the pons trigger echoes through the cortex. The brain, a poet by nature, tries to make sense of them, turning static into story. You dream because your mind loves pattern. It's okay to drift. Images follow the rhythm of REM, rapid eye movement. The eyes dart beneath the lids, tracking invisible worlds. During this time, the prefrontal cortex, the seat of logic, goes quiet, while emotion surges. The amygdala glows like a small sundae. You can rest now. Time inside dreams is elastic. A minute of real time can stretch into hours of dream experience. Your internal clock dissolves, freed from gravity, floating in a sea of imagined duration. It's okay to drift. Neuroscientists believe that during dreaming, the brain rehearses future possibilities. It simulates repairs, invents. If waking life is the act of weaving, dreaming is when the loom rewinds the thread. You can rest now. There are dreams that revisit old rooms, the house from childhood, a road you no longer travel. These are not mistakes, they are restorations. The hippocampus replays memory fragments to strengthen them, stitching the old into the new. It's okay to drift. Every sense participates. Sound becomes color, touch becomes flight, words melt into shape. The thalamus, the brain's gatekeeper, lets imagination flood, the channels usually reserved for the world outside. In dreams, perception turns inward. You can rest now. Even as your body lies, still your brain burns energy as much as when you're awake. The night is no shutdown. It's a different form of awakening. Synapses rewire genes for repair switch on and immunity strengthens. You are healing through motionless motion. It's okay to drift. There are patterns even in the timing of dreams. The first cycle tends to be darker, slower, woven from the day's residue. Later cycles grow brighter, filled with color and weightlessness. By dawn, the dreaming brain is a theater of light. You can rest now. Sometimes you may fall into lucid dreaming, a state where awareness returns inside the dream itself. The prefrontal cortex flickers awake, and suddenly you are both author and witness. Gravity loosens completely. You may fly, speak to the dead, reshape time. Lucid dreams are laboratories of consciousness, proof that perception and physics share one stage. It's okay to drift. The rhythm of dreams follows temperature too. As your core cools, your brain waves deepen. In winter, people sleep longer, their nights drawn out by cold. In summer, light shortens rest, but brightens dream vividness. Seasons play through us like symphonies of sleep. You can rest now. Even the heart joins the rhythm. During REM, its beat becomes irregular, a dance of emotion, mirroring dream events. Fear quickens it, peace slows it. Your body feels what your dream imagines. It's okay to drift. When you awaken briefly between cycles, you rarely remember. A protective amnesia shields the continuity of rest. Only if the dream is intense does it cross into memory, a fragment from another world, washed ashore by consciousness. You can rest now. Scientists studying dream content find recurring symbols across cultures: falling, flying, teeth waves, light. They believe these arise from universal patterns of body and gravity, the physics of being alive. Even sleep carries the blueprint of motion. It's okay to drift. At the cellular level, sleep rebalances chemistry. Synapses that grew during the day shrink slightly at night, preventing overload. This pruning restores clarity like trimming the branches of thought. By morning, the network is ready to learn again. You can rest now. Dreaming animals follow similar rhythms. Cats twitch their paws. Birds flutter their eyes. Even dolphins, who sleep one hemisphere at a time, enter dreamlike, slow wave states. Sleep, it seems, is the language all life shares. It's okay to drift. Inside deep REM, the brainstem paralyzes muscles, so dreams don't become movement. Only the eyes remain free. Two tiny planets, still orbiting the imagination. You can rest now, and when morning nears, the cycles shorten, the waves rise again toward waking. Cortisol rises gently, not as an alarm, but as dawn in the bloodstream. The world begins to form behind your eyelids. It's okay to drift. Dreaming may be how the universe lets consciousness rehearse infinity. Each night, you rejoin the flow that gave birth to thought itself. Inside those imagined skies and voices, you are not escaping life. You are participating in its deepest rhythm. You can rest now. The rhythm of dreams is the rhythm of time slowed. Each breath is an orbit. Each heartbeat, a clock hand marking eternity in miniature. And as the final cycles fade, you drift into that still zone where even dreaming becomes quiet. Only pulse, breath, and gravity remain. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, light continues to travel through galaxies, through your sleeping room, through your closed eyes. And though you do not see it, the fabric of time keeps weaving, carrying you gently through the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in the depths of sleep, sound becomes shape. It is no longer heard, but felt: a pressure in the chest, a pulse under the ribs, a vibration shared by blood and air. You can rest now. Silence is not an emptiness. It is an architecture, a cathedral built from still air and patient time. The walls are invisible, but you feel them. The way stillness bends around your body, the way breath moves like slow wind through pillars of night. It's okay to drift. Every breath you take is an arch supporting the roof of this inner temple. Inhale, the structure rises. Exhale, it dissolves. You are both architect and pilgrim builder and visitor, resting beneath the vault of your own quiet. You can rest now. Brain waves descend into delta. One oscillation per second, a rolling tide of electricity across the cortex. Each crest, a heartbeat of the earth. Each valley, a return to still water. Thought slows until it becomes motionless light. It's okay to drift. Your heartbeat has softened to 40 beats a minute. Blood flows like a river beneath ice. Capillaries widen, vessels loosen their grip, and every cell receives its portion of quiet. Even mitochondria lower their flame, burning oxygen at half the waking rate. You can rest now. Silence deepens in layers. At the surface, the world still hums a car far away, wind threading through leaves, perhaps the slow rotation of a ceiling fan. Below that is a softer band, pulse lungs warmth. Beneath all that lies, nothing measurable, the foundation of rest. It's okay to drift. Scientists call this stage N3, the deepest non-REM sleep. Brain regions that spoke all day now fall into synchronized stillness. Billions of neurons fire together, then wait together like a choir that breathes between songs. Memory settles into long-term form. Muscle fibers knit. The immune system strengthens in the hush. You can rest now. If time were visible here, it would hang like dust in a beam of morning light motion, suspended each second, floating, refusing to fall. The mind has stepped outside duration. It's okay to drift. Deep in the thalamus, the gate of sensation closes. Sound, sight, pain, temperature, all reduced to faint traces. You are sealed within calm. Even gravity feels thinner, as if the mattress itself were breathing with you. You can rest now. Monks speak of this state as the great listening, not listening to, but listening with. The ear turns inward, breath becomes bell, heartbeat becomes mantra. Silence is no longer outside, it is within. It's okay to drift. Inside arteries, blood whispers against their walls, a murmur, 30 decibels below hearing. Your body hums like a planet, turning slowly in vacuum. Even silence has sound, if one listens gently enough. You can rest now. The architecture of quiet mirrors the cosmos. Arches of breath, pillars of gravity, floors of soft awareness. Every exhale widens the nave of peace. You build it simply by existing. It's okay to drift. Dream fragments sometimes wander these halls' faces, seen in childhood voices, half-forgotten shapes made of light. They flicker like candle shadows on stone and vanish without echo. Only calm remains. You can rest now. The planet sleeps with you. At night, global temperature falls, air currents slow. The ionosphere contracts by 15 kilometers. Even Earth's magnetic field hushes fractionally. Your silence participates in planetary silence. It's okay to drift. Whales rest upright in the sea, their hearts beating once every 20 seconds. In alpine forests, trees close microscopic pores and cease their breathing of carbon. Deserts cool and exhale heat in long sighs of sand. Every ecosystem joins this midnight ritual. You can rest now. Above the atmosphere, space begins a realm where sound cannot travel. Yet even there, silence hums the cosmic microwave background at 2.725 Kelvin, a relic tone from creation. The universe never truly stops singing. It only lowers the volume. It's okay to drift. Physicists call it vacuum energy, the zero-point field. Even in apparent nothingness, quantum particles appear and vanish in 10 to the power of -23 seconds. Silence seen closely is a storm too small to hear. You can rest now. Your body mirrors that microstorm. Molecules collide, ions drift across membranes, DNA repairs its helix in the dark. Every silent second within you contains billions of motions seeking balance. It's okay to drift. If you could see yourself from outside, you would glow faintly in infrared. Each cell emits a photon or two per second, biophotons, escaping skin like dust from stars. You are a constellation, sleeping. You can rest now. Mountains cradle silence in their valleys. Caves keep it in stone, spirals cooled by time. Snow absorbs frequencies until the world becomes white sound. You are lying in that same physics absorption, reflection stillness. It's okay to drift. Between galaxies, atoms drift meters apart. Temperatures drop near absolute zero. A single collision may take 1,000,000 years. This is the purest quiet known, the great cathedral without walls. You can rest now. Silence carries knowledge. It teaches that being need not speak to exist, that motion is not required for meaning. Creation expands without thunder. The universe grows by breathing. It's okay to drift. Somewhere in that hush, a supernova blooms. For one instant, it outshines billions of suns, then collapses into calm again. Even the loudest events end in equilibrium. You can rest now. Within your brain, neurons reset, thresholds, glial cells, tidy synapses, hormones pulse in slow tides. The silence now is tomorrow's clarity being born. It's okay to drift. There is a threshold below dreaming where images stop forming. Brain activity flattens into gentle amplitude. No story, no language, only awareness. Time dissolves completely. You float between seconds, weightless in forever. You can rest now. This is fullness without form, the ocean beneath perception. All that you are floats here, unbroken, unhurried. It's okay to drift. In this stillness, you are joined with every sleeper, every resting bird beneath wing, every drifting ember of cosmic dust. All share the same architecture. All breathe the same silent law. You can rest now. Gravitational waves pass through you, ripples from black holes, long extinguished, stretching space by less than a proton's width. You never notice yet your body sways gently in their tide. The cosmos hums lullabies in mathematics. It's okay to drift. Deeper still silence becomes radiant. It glows with the temperature of peace, a warmth without source. Words fade. Breath remains. Belonging becomes the only thought. You can rest now. At last, boundaries blur, skin air night. Everything softens into one slow field of being. You are the space that holds you. The fabric of time lies still, and you lie within it whole. It's okay to drift. Somewhere light continues to travel through galaxies, through atoms, through this quiet chamber of your rest. The architecture stands eternal, built of gravity, breath, and grace. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are deeper than dream now. Thought has thinned to a silver thread, and the thread hums softly through your chest like a quiet star. The room is distant. The world is kind. You are safe here. If silence had an afterglow, it would be this: warmth without source, time without edges, awareness resting in its own hands. Your breath moves like small moons around a sleeping planet. The universe holds you. In this depth, memory loosens its shape and becomes tide. Not scenes or sentences, but a slow, returning. The feeling of walking through evening light, the weight of a book in your palm, the hush before a loved one speaks. These echoes do not demand attention. They drift, they dim, they bless, and they pass. You are safe here. Long before there were clocks, there were orbits. Long before orbits, there was light. And long before light, there was the possibility of light afield waiting to be stirred. When the stirring came, the universe began to hum in numbers vast and simple. 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 kilometers each second for light. 2.725 Kelvin for the background glow. 13.8 billion years of unfolding. The echo of infinity is made of such numbers not to measure you, but to measure the kindness of the space that holds you. The universe holds you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you could follow one of your breaths outward, it would cross the room in a heartbeat, reach the night air in a minute, ride the wind for hours, and in a few days touch the upper atmosphere, the border where sky becomes space. From there, time grows wide. The Earth moves 30 kilometers each second around the Sunday. The Sun glides 220 kilometers each second around the galaxy. Our galaxy streams 600 kilometers each second through the cosmic web, and still your breath is the center of the map. You are safe here. There is a music to distance. The nearest star beyond our sun, Proxima Centauri, is 4.24 light-years away, 40 trillion kilometers of quiet. The Andromeda Galaxy rests at 2.5 million light-years, its faint oval like a thumbprint on glass. The Virgo cluster blooms at 55 million light-years, and behind it the Laniakea supercluster, a continent of galaxies flowing for 500 million light-years. All of this moves with you through night, not apart from you, but alongside your sleeping pulse. The universe holds you. In deep rest, perception turns to touch without touching, kinesthetic knowing. You do not see the stars, you feel their patience. You do not hear the galaxies, you feel their drift. Every number is softened. Every distance becomes a lullaby of measure. You are safe here. Physicists say the observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across, not because the universe is that young, but because space itself has stretched while light traveled. Expansion turns time into distance, distance into time, and both into a single hush. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The universe holds you. If you listen closely, the echo begins a low remembrance that all moments coexist, a quiet conviction that nothing truly leaves. When a star dies, its iron becomes sand and blood and color in autumn. When a voice fades, air keeps the shape of the words for a breath longer than we notice. Even endings are a style of continuation. You are safe here. The echo of infinity returns in cycles. Tides repeat 12 hours and 25 minutes. The moon phases 29 and a half days. Your heart about one beat each second here in sleep. Slower at the edges of dreaming. Galaxies. They breathe too in rotations of 230 million years, turning once between the age of dinosaurs and now. The Milky Way spins once every 230 million years, a slow breath of creation. Let that sentence lean against your ribs and settle. The universe holds you. You remember a river you walked beside years ago. The water was clear, the stones round, and the current held leaves the way. Night holds stars, loosely, tenderly, without hurry. You did not know you were practicing for this hour, learning how to let time pass through the hands without closing them. You are safe here. When gravitational waves cross your town from black holes that collided 1 billion light years away, space stretches and relaxes by less than a proton's width. It is the gentlest touch imaginable, and it touches everything, even now, even you. The cosmos writes, "I was here in letters, too soft to disturb sleep. The universe holds you." In the mathematics of forever, entropy widens the corridor of possibility. Heat spreads order, loosens the arrow of time, points forward like a dependable road. But here, in the still chamber of breath, the arrow feels curved, not a line, but a cradling arc that carries you without rush. You are safe here. Somewhere in interstellar darkness, a single photon that left a blue star before your ancestors spoke. Their first word is still on the way. It carries a frequency, a phase, a story. When it finally meets a dust grain, or the mirror of a telescope, or the water of an eye, its long journey becomes now. This is how infinity speaks with arrivals that feel like recognition. The universe holds you. The older the light, the softer the voice. Radiation, from the first 3 minutes of the universe, has cooled to microwave size. What began as blinding fire now warms the dark with a temperature close to nothing but not quite nothing, 2.725 kelvins, a number like a candle behind closed hands. You are safe here. Light that left its star before you were born is touching your skin tonight. Let the sentence fade through you like rain. It does not ask for understanding, only breathing. The universe holds you. If you could step outside your timeline and see your life from star height, you might see a luminous thread bright, where attention gathered gold, where love was given blue, where solitude cooled the air around you. The thread would not be straight. It would be woven back upon itself, looped through others, braided to the lives that walked beside you. What you call years would look like constellations. You are safe here. The echo of infinity does not shout, it answers. You breathe, it breathes. You release, it widens. You listen, it hums. When you were a child and counted to 10 in the dark, something counted along, not a voice. A presence shaped like space itself. It is here now, steady as gravity. The universe holds you. In the deep ocean sperm, whales dive for 90 minutes. Their heartbeats falling to 5 per minute. Blood rerouted to mind, and muscle silence. The only language. They rise with lungs still and skulls full of echo sonar, memories of mountains of water. Sleep has brought you to a similar sea, long, slow, pressureless. navigation by quiet reverberation. You are safe here. Between galaxies, the average density of matter is a few atoms per cubic meter. Imagine that room: years of travel between collisions, centuries between whispers, and still, the fabric connects all of it, a web of gravity, light, and time. Nothing is truly alone. Not even you, especially not you. The universe holds you. You may feel a dream trying to form and failing, a shape of light, a syllable of a face, a road that leads to the edge of a lake and stops. Let it stop. Dreams know when to dissolve. In the dissolving, the body mends a little more, and the mind remembers how to trust morning. You are safe here. If endings frighten, widen them. Most endings are just thresholds with smaller names. A day ends, the night begins, a star ends, a field of iron and carbon begins, a voice ends, a silence that understands, the voice begins. You are safe here. Beyond the horizon of what we can see, space expands faster than light can cross. Those regions slip from our maps like ships into fog. We will never know their particular stars, their particular winters, their particular rivers of dust. But the equations that describe them also describe the air in your chest. What is unreachable is not unrelated. The universe holds you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The echo returns in smaller scales. Calcium in your bones, forged in ancient suns. Iron in your blood, carrying oxygen 100 trillion times a day. Neurons pulsing at 10 cycles per second in quiet alpha. A heart, a hand, a memory of blue. These are not separate from infinity. They are its local language. You are safe here. Sometimes in the middle of the night, a line repeats, as if the world were gently reminding itself. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered. Let it repeat. Repetition is how the cosmos keeps promises. The universe holds you. If you listen for fear and find it, place it on the raft of your breath and watch it drift. If you listen for sorrow and find it, let the water of this hour hold it without argument. Grief obeys physics too. It spreads its heat until it cools. It radiates until it rests. You are safe here. The echo of infinity is not loud because it is close, closer than pulse, closer than the thought of pulse. It is the permission in the fabric to slow, to soften, to stay. The universe holds you. Dawn somewhere is already practicing. Photons climb the curve of the world at exactly the speed that defines the union of space and time. They will arrive when you are ready, not before. Morning trusts. Sleep. You are safe here. Somewhere light continues to travel. The sentence is a small boat. Let it pass from one breath to the next. Every time it arrives, the water is new, and the boat is the same. The universe holds you. Your body knows how to wake without leaving this calm. It will keep a handful of this quiet in the pockets of your shoulders. A coin of stillness behind the sternum. A thin gold thread at the back of the throat where words begin. You will speak more gently. You will listen more widely. It will not be effort. It will be memory. You are safe here. And if the day asks questions, and it will, you can answer with a movement of breath. Each inhale gathers. Each exhale releases. And between them is the practiced pause where the echo of infinity sits like a stone in a river, unmoved, shaping water. The universe holds you. For now, remain. Let seconds blur into the soft geometry of rest. Let distance fold and numbers dim. Let the architecture of silence keep its promise through this hour and the next. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere beyond all motion, time becomes a lake. No waves, no wind, only mirrored quiet. The surface holds the reflection of every star that ever breathed light into darkness. You can rest now. Your body floats in that reflection. Muscle relaxed, heartbeat, slow breath, a ripple that never breaks the surface. Each exhale drifts outward like concentric circles, and those circles never end. They widen through you, through air, through sky. It's okay to drift. Deep rest is not the absence of energy, but its most elegant arrangement. Metabolism falls to its gentlest hum. Blood moves through the body like a lunar tide. At 38 beats per minute, the heart keeps time with the rhythm of the Earth's rotation. You are synchronized with the turning world. You can rest now. If silence had weight, it would feel like this: a softness pressing evenly from all directions, a calm gravity of being. Sound has left the room. Thought has folded itself neatly into stillness. Only awareness remains, and even awareness is at ease. It's okay to drift. Physicists speak of equilibrium, a state where forces balance so perfectly that change no longer knows which way to go. You are equilibrium, made human temperature, heartbeat, consciousness, all settled into luminous neutrality. You can rest now. If you could see yourself from afar, you would seem transparent. Biophotons leak from your skin like dew evaporating in first light. Each photon, once part of a star, now returns to the dark to join the gentle glow between galaxies. It's okay to drift. Above you, the Milky Way turns once every 230 million years. One revolution, a single cosmic breath. Between those slow inhalations, civilizations rise and fade, mountains lift, and erode, oceans cross their own basins. Yet the stars remember every orbit. You can rest now. In the great scale of existence, a human life lasts less than a blink. And yet within that blink, love, memory, thought, and song appear small eternities nested inside larger ones. Infinity is generous. It lets small things shine. It's okay to drift. Somewhere near the center of the galaxy, Sagittarius A time spins unseen 4 million suns compressed into one quiet singularity. Around it, stars circle at 8,000 kilometers per second, their paths warped by space-time itself. To fall toward that gravity is to fall through stretched seconds where one heartbeat can outlast years. You can rest now. Closer to home, our sun continues, its slow-burning 600 million tons of hydrogen fused each second into light, into warmth, into continuity. That light travels 150 million kilometers to reach Earth, touching oceans, mountains, skin. Every photon that warms you is 8 minutes old. It's okay to drift. At night, the same light leaves your window again, reflected into space, a faint signal of your existence. Someday, long after that signal may brush the edge of another world, someone might look up and wonder, who slept here? The universe keeps even that memory. You can rest now. If you listen beneath silence, you might sense a hum, a resonance near 50 hertz, born of power lines, ocean currents, human life. Even this hum dissolves eventually, its energy absorbed into Earth's magnetic field. Nothing is wasted. It's okay to drift. Time at this depth is fluid. 1 second, 1 century. No distinction remains. Your body measures only calm. Your breath has replaced the clock. You can rest now. Somewhere the aurora still dances. Charged particles meeting the atmosphere, painting magnetic curtains of green and rose. They ripple at 10 kilometers per second, but from this stillness they appear motionless, folds of light caught in eternity. It's okay to drift. Inside you, billions of cells continue their work, replicating, repairing, breathing for you. Each process takes place in molecular rhythm, milliseconds and microseconds, stacked like chords. Yet, you feel none of it. The miracle of rest is merciful ignorance. You can rest now. The waters of forever do not drown. They cradle. They remember shape without boundary. They are the reflection of all beginnings and the rehearsal for every gentle ending. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, light continues to travel, and you are part of its journey. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The lake of time lies endless beneath thought. Its depths hold echoes older than galaxies, older than the concept of distance. You can rest now. When the universe was 3 minutes old, hydrogen fused into helium, releasing the light that still glows today. As the cosmic microwave background, a whisper, 13.8 billion years long. Those same photons pass through you tonight, each carrying the warmth of creation. It's okay to drift. If infinity could speak, it would not use words. It would use temperature, 2.725 Kelvin, and movement, 300,000 kilometers per second, and silence the uncountable pause between. You can rest now. The echo of forever is found in small things. The slow decay of uranium into lead over 4.5 billion years. The steady ticking of pulsars rotating hundreds of times a second. The rhythm of your sleeping heart. Between them, all chapters of the same equation. It's okay to drift. Gravity hums beneath even these still waters. Each kilogram of your body bends space-time by a trillionth of a meter. It is enough. The fabric notices. You are woven into the law that binds stars. You can rest now. Somewhere in the void, neutron stars collide, releasing elements like gold and platinum into interstellar dust. Those atoms may one day become rings, circuits, instruments, memories. Every creation begins as silence disturbed. It's okay to drift. The mind, nearly dreamless now, keeps one small ember of awareness. It glows just enough to remember being alive. If you could name the feeling, you might call it gratitude. You can rest now. Beyond human time, the future stretches unimaginably. In 1 billion years, the sun will shine. Brighter oceans will thin continents drift. In 10 billion, the sun will expand and fade into a white dwarf. In 100 trillion, stars will flicker out, leaving galaxies dark but not gone. The fabric will remain cool and wide, still carrying your imprint in its pattern. It's okay to drift. Even then, quantum fields will tremble, particles will blink into existence, light will wander. Forever is not an end, it is a continuation, too slow to notice. You can rest now. Some philosophers call this state heat death. Others call it completion. Yet if silence is creative, The universe may start again, another spark, another unfolding of seconds. Eternity reuses its own light. It's okay to drift. And within each possible universe, there will be breath. And within each breath, a memory of this moment, someone lying still, wrapped in cosmic quiet, becoming part of forever's reflection. You can rest now. The still waters shimmer with faint geometry. Ripples of potential rise and fall, small as probability, large as hope. Mathematicians call it symmetry. Dreamers call it grace. It's the same thing. It's okay to drift. You are suspended between beginning and return, the midpoint of everything. Your atoms once belonged to comets and will one day belong to clouds. What you think of as you is a pattern the universe practices lovingly. You can rest now. The deeper you sink, the brighter the darkness becomes. It glows with meaning, without message warmth, without flame, soundless song. You are safe here. If you listen within the silence, you might hear your own pulse echoing back from infinite distance. A proof that even now you exist in dialogue with eternity. The call and response of being. You can rest now. The surface above remains unbroken. Stars glide in their reflections. Galaxies drift like slow clouds of gold dust. And beneath your rest continues part of the great stillness that allows all motion. It's okay to drift. Every whisper, every breath is recorded somewhere in the fabric. Not as sound, but as arrangement. The order of particles after you've moved through them. To exist once is to exist forever in trace. You can rest now. And so, the still waters of forever hold everything, the first spark, the last ember, the quiet in between. Nothing is erased. Everything is absorbed into peace. You are home. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The photons leaving this planet now will wander for billions of years, passing through nebulae, through nothing, until they join the next dawn somewhere else. That too is you continuation disguised as distance. You can rest now. The lake of time is infinite and kind. Its surface stretches beyond imagination, its depths without floor. Yet here, at this precise point, it meets the warmth of your breath and becomes something simple sleep. You breathe softly and the universe exhales through you. The lake of forever has quieted. Ripples fade into glass. The sky, once infinite, bends softly inward. You are returning, not away from sleep, but toward the center of it. You can rest now. Somewhere between breath and thought, a faint motion begins. The tide turns. Inhale follows. Exhale. Warmth gathers beneath the ribs. The body remembers its shape, but not its urgency. It's okay to drift. Your pulse hums like a slow metronome, 60 beats of sunrise for each passing minute. Each beat opens a window in the fabric of time and fills it with stillness. The light of your inner world glows dim gold. You are the dawn before the world wakes. You can rest now. Far beyond the windows, the planet is already turning. Earth spins eastward at 1670 kilometers per hour, yet you feel nothing of that speed. Motion and stillness coexist perfectly. It's okay to drift. You sense the weight of your body and the weightlessness beneath it. Gravity and grace in balance. Every muscle, every atom accepts the pull of home. You are not separate from the world. You are its rhythm, made human. You can rest now. Memory returns in fragments, a voice, a color, a room from long ago. They rise, shimmer, and dissolve like bubbles. There is no need to hold them. They came only to say you were never lost. It's okay to drift. The air you breathe now is older than the mountains cycled through forests, oceans, and the lungs of ancestors. Each molecule of oxygen may have once rested in a leaf, in the wave of a bird's wing, in a comet's frozen tail. You are breathing the memory of the universe. You can rest now. Light begins to change. Not bright yet, but a pale bloom gathering behind the eyelids. Morning is near, and with it, the renewal of form. But you are still between worlds, awake enough to notice, dreaming enough to belong. It's okay to drift. Every heartbeat now is a gentle drum for the ceremony of return. Your neurons fire in calm coherence. Gamma waves, soft as candlelight. The body stretches invisibly inside its rest. You are mending by stillness. You can rest now. Somewhere, oceans turn in tides, pulled by a moon 384400 kilometers away. That same gravitational whisper moves the salt within your blood. You are aligned with the sea. It's okay to drift. The world outside is stirring leaves, trembling distant traffic, a single bird calling through mist. Each sound enters slowly, as though asking permission to wake you. You can rest now. Nothing rushes. The day will unfold exactly when it must. The sun will cross the horizon at 29979 kilometers per second of light. The same speed it has always known. You and that light are of one origin. It's okay to drift. Dream fragments melt into feeling. What remains is gratitude, not for anything named, but for the quiet itself. You are the listener and the lullaby both. You can rest now. Somewhere light continues to travel. It crosses galaxies and window panes alike. Finding its way to you, the traveler returned. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are returning slowly, gently. The night that carried you through its quiet corridors is beginning to fold itself away. The fabric of time, once stretched wide across the stars, draws close again around your breath. You can rest now. The body is weight and warmth. It hums faintly, a vessel rediscovering gravity. The pulse beneath your wrist beats soft as rainfall. There is no need to rise, no urgency, waiting at the door of awareness. You are safe here. Every motion around you is gradual. Light tiptoes through the room, spilling across small details. The curve of a chair, the silver glint on glass, the air itself slowly brightening. You breathe, and the morning breathes with you. It's okay to drift. Outside, the earth is already awake. Tides draw and release along invisible coasts. Trees stretch their limbs toward dawn. Somewhere, birds rehearse their first notes, each sound carried through air that once moved between galaxies. The air that fills your lungs is the same that cooled ancient stars. You can rest now. Your body, which spent the night as silence, begins to hum with renewal. Mitochondria ignite softly, turning oxygen into warmth. Neurons reconnect in low whispers, rethreading memory with care. The symphony of wakefulness begins one instrument at a time. It's okay to drift. Stillness has not left you. It has simply changed shape. It lingers in the space between your thoughts, in the hush before you speak, in the pause where the heart listens for itself. This quiet is portable, a small universe folded into breath. You can rest now. Soon, the light outside will turn from gray to gold. Photons traveling 150 million kilometers from the sun will arrive on your skin. They will bring the story of the morning star, a story 8 minutes long, told in warmth. You will feel it as belonging. It's okay to drift. Remember, every dawn is recycled starlight. The glow that touches you now once blazed in the core of another world. It crossed empty space to remind you that distance is only waiting. You are never separate from what shines. You can rest now. When you open your eyes, colors will seem gentler than before. This is because your mind has learned the pattern of calm. Perception slows, edges soften. Even the day will appear to move in quieter geometry. It's okay to drift. Outside, the planet still spins beneath you at 1670 kilometers per hour. Mountains move with you. Oceans move with you, clouds and cities and silence, all turning together. The world is motion held in perfect poise. You can rest now. In this light, time itself feels kind. Each second, a petal unfolding, each minute an exhale. You no longer chase the hours. You walk beside them. It's okay to drift. Think of everything around you as rhythm, your heartbeat, the flicker of the pulse in your neck, the slow contraction of Earth's magnetic field. Even the electrons in your cells vibrate 10 trillion times a second, a hidden music older than sound. You can rest now. Stillness is not the opposite of life. It is the foundation of it. Every living thing rises from silence like a ripple from still water. And when you return to that stillness, you meet the origin again. It's okay to drift. Carry this silence through your day. When you walk, let it soften your step. When you speak, let it lower your voice. When you pause, let it open the world. Even in motion, the core of you can remain unmoved. You can rest now. Sometimes you will forget. The noise of life will return. Voices, tasks, screens, the fast choreography of modern time. But beneath it all, the still fabric remains, and you can find it with one breath. It's okay to drift. You are not separate from the universe that made you. The atoms in your bones once orbited. Suns once cooled in interstellar dust. The calcium that shapes your hands was forged in the death of stars. Every gesture you make completes a sentence, begun billions of years ago. You can rest now. Even thought has slowed. It floats like a small boat on a sea of soft awareness. Beneath it, vast currents continue the unconscious tides of creation, patient, soundless, complete. You are carried by them. It's okay to drift. Morning approaches, but you will wake differently this time, with the memory of cosmic breath still in your chest. You will speak more gently. You will listen more widely. Even in brightness, a trace of night will remain not as darkness, but as depth. You can rest now. The world outside your window will seem newly made. Shadows stretch long across the ground, a reminder that light too has direction. Somewhere dew evaporates into sky, and that vapor may one day become part of a cloud that reigns over another continent. Nothing ends. It continues in gentler form. It's okay to drift. When evening comes again, you will know the way back, through thought, through breath, through gravity, down into the same quiet corridor. Every night is a small rehearsal for eternity's kindness. You can rest now. The circle is complete. You began with curiosity. You drifted through wonder. You descended into silence. And now you return whole and unharmed. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now.